What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dominic Rich. And if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. It's episode 4 of Summer Transfers, where we break down 3 specific players and just talk about where they will possibly end up by the time the summer transfer window ends, or where they will play their football next season. Basically, that's what we're going to talk about. Firstly, before I get into these 3 players, which will be Nicolas Pepe of Lille, Philippe Coutinho of Barcelona, and Neymar Jr. of PSG, let's talk about the transfer that happened. One that I already spoke about, Luka Jovic of Eintracht Frankfurt. He's been moving around the place quite a lot, right? Not really, but he was on loan from Benfica at Eintracht Frankfurt. Then they made the deal permanent, 7 million euros, and now he is on his way to Real Madrid. These transfer rumors be really funny because the last time I read an article about Luka Jovic, he said he fancied playing in the Premier League or in Italy, but I think that was just to throw people off. I always had a feeling he will end up at Real Madrid, and if I have to rate this transfer, I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. I really like this transfer because he had a magnificent season at Eintracht Frankfurt. Let me get the facts right. 48 appearances, 27 goals, and 7 assists in all competitions. That's an awesome season, and it warrants him a move to a bigger club. Eintracht Frankfurt won't be playing Champions League football next season, but Real Madrid will be. And with Zinedine Zidane at the helm, and with Karim Benzema getting up there in age, he is the perfect signing for Real Madrid. That marks the first time they have signed a number 9 player since they signed Karim Benzema. Well, they had Morata. He went out on loan. He came back. Then there was Javier Hernandez who came there on loan. There was Emmanuel Adebayor who came there on loan. And there was also Mariano Diaz who went to Marseille and then came back to Real Madrid. So Luka Jovic is the first number 9 signed by Real Madrid in a very long time. And I wish him all the best at the club. The Serbian has been one of the breakout stars of the last 2018-19 season. I really like the move, and I hope he has a very successful career at Real Madrid. So guys, let's start with the first player on the list, and he is the 24-year-old Ivorian forward Nicolas Pepe of Lille. He was Lille's player of the season as well. He had a magnificent season. Matter of fact, his last 2 seasons have been remarkable. During the 2018-19 season, Nicolas Pepe made 41 appearances in all competitions, bagging 23 goals and providing 12 assists. That's a goal every 154 minutes, including a hat-trick. He was also second in the league on goal scoring charts with 22 goals, only behind Kylian Mbappe. That means he scored more goals last season than Neymar Jr., Edinson Cavani, Radamel Falcao, and Memphis Depay. In the previous season, after moving to Lille from Angers, he bagged 14 goals and 5 assists. So no wonder a player who has scored 37 goals and providing 17 assists is showing up on the radar of all the big clubs around Europe. Lille's manager Christophe Galtier said there's a 150% chance that Nicolas Pepe will leave the club during the summer transfer window. His likely destination is the English Premier League, where he has been linked to Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham Hotspur. Where will he go, and where is the most suitable destination for Nicolas Pepe? Let's discuss this briefly. Firstly, Arsenal. If he goes to Arsenal, he has to play Europa League football next season. So that's not an attractive place to go right now for Nicolas Pepe. But if he wants to develop and get opportunities on the field, Arsenal could be a good place to go under Unai Emery, who's looking to rebuild this Arsenal team and compete for a top 4 place next season. So Arsenal could be a very good place for Nicolas Pepe. Arsenal are also on the hunt for Wilfried Zaha, so we have to wait and see how that one plays out. In my opinion, I think Arsenal is a good place, but if there's a better place where you could play Champions League football, go there. That brings us to Man United. Should he go to Man United? also rebuilding under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we know what it is to go to Man United. It's a very prestigious club. A lot of players would love to play there, but Man United haven't been at their best since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson at all. So would Nicolas Pepe want to be a part of a project? Would he want to play Europa League next season? Remember, Lille qualified for the Champions League and he is leaving the club. So would he want to miss an opportunity to play Champions League? I don't think so. It could happen in seasons to come, but with him in very, very good form, 24 years old, you would want to take your chances right now. Which brings us to the next club, Tottenham Hotspur. They're also in for Nicolas Pepe. And the fact that Tottenham Hotspur did not spend a single penny last season on transfers, they could splurge the cash this summer transfer window and they could bring in the likes of Nicolas Pepe. They have also put in a bid for the Argentinian Giovanni Lo Celso, and that deal hasn't been completed yet. I have to do some research on that deal, but if they bring in Lo Celso and then they bring in Nicolas Pepe, that would be a good look for Tottenham Hotspur. But that would cost them around, let's say, about 130 to 40 million pounds, because Nicolas Pepe is worth around 60 to 70 million pounds right now. He is a hot product. He is in very, very good form. Should he go to Tottenham? Maybe. They have Champions League football. They were in the final of the Champions League this season, so it's a very, very attractive place to go. So Tottenham, I'm going to say a thumbs up, and one of the most suitable options for Nicolas Pepe to play his football next season. Which brings us to the last team on the list. Liverpool are in for Nicolas Pepe. And if Liverpool comes for you, my advice right now is to go. That's your destination. They won the 2018-19 Champions League. They have been playing attractive football for the last 2 seasons. Second in the Premier League, 1 point behind Manchester City. Nicolas Pepe would want to be a part of that team, a part of that setup. That would be a good look for him. But he won't be guaranteed a starting position there. At Tottenham, I could see him starting, but at Liverpool, there's Salah, Mane, Firmino. He would be a good player to give Firmino some competition because he could also play in the centre forward role. All 3 of Liverpool's forwards could play the centre forward role. Salah and Mane could play there as well. So with Nicolas Pepe added to the roster, it can beef up the Liverpool squad even more. And I think that's what they lacked last season, is the depth. Hence the reason why they drew so many games and it cost them the title. Oh, we could say that right now. But Nicolas Pepe, I think his most suitable destination right now, if he's going to go to the Premier League, should be Liverpool FC. They would want to splash 70 million on him, bring him over to the club, add depth, add speed, and add another very, very good young player to the squad. Plus, he is African. He will be linking up with Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane along with Naby Keita at the club. So it will be a good move for Nicolas Pepe. So guys, let me know which club you think Nicolas Pepe will be playing his football with next season in the comment section down below. Let's move on to the next player on the list, and he is no other than Philippe Coutinho. So guys, let's talk about Philippe Coutinho, man. He moved from Liverpool to Barcelona in the quest to win trophies, and then Liverpool went on to win the Champions League, while Barcelona did not win it during his tenure. And he has not really gelled into this Barcelona team very well. Transferred from Liverpool for 145 million euros, and it has not paid off for Barcelona at all. He has not lived up to the expectation. He should have stayed at Liverpool, in my opinion. I'm going to say that right now. His numbers are not flattering at all at Barcelona, and his numbers read 76 appearances, 21 goals, and 11 assists. And I think he was played in a more advanced position when he did feature for Barcelona. while he is an attacking midfielder by nature, he is not an inverted winger. So he is playing out of position. He does not seem happy at Barcelona. Messi isn't completely happy with Coutinho as well and his performances. And he could be out the door. He could be out the door. The Brazil international is rumored to move to PSG, and it involves a deal bringing Neymar back to Barcelona. So it could be Philippe Coutinho plus cash and bring Neymar back to Barcelona. Ousmane Dembele is also said to be part of that deal. So it could be Ousmane Dembele plus cash for Neymar or Coutinho plus cash for Neymar. That's not a bad move at all, because when Neymar was at Barcelona, I really admired the way, the whole structure was. But when he went to PSG, it seems like everything got to his head and his career seems like it's on a downward spiral. So Philippe Coutinho may want a change of venue if he is to continue playing top class football. And I know Philippe Coutinho is a very talented player, but he shouldn't have left Liverpool. I speak to a Liverpool fan all the time, and he tells me all the time, like, I don't know why Philippe Coutinho left. Another destination, a possible destination for Philippe Coutinho could be back to Liverpool. There has been talks of him going back to Liverpool, but I really don't think that would happen. Liverpool would not splash at least 100 million to bring Philippe Coutinho back. You never know, but right now I don't see it happening. They won the Champions League with the team they got. They need to bolster their midfield, but I don't think Philippe Coutinho is the remedy for that at all. There's plenty of other players that Klopp could work with and develop and improve his Liverpool midfield, and I don't think Philippe Coutinho is that player. I really don't think so. He should have never left. So the door to come back may have been closed with that Champions League win for Liverpool. So I can definitely see Philippe Coutinho going to PSG. Or maybe Inter Milan if Conte wants to maybe bring him back to Inter Milan, because remember, Coutinho started his European career at Inter Milan. He was an Inter Milan flop as well. So where would Philippe Coutinho end up? He is in a really tricky situation right now in his career. Where will he end up? Will he stay at Barcelona for another season, redeem himself, or will he move on to PSG, Inter Milan? Who knows? Who knows where he will end up? Guys, if you have more insight on the Philippe Coutinho situation, let me know in the comment section down below. I think he should move to PSG. Maybe go to Ligue 1, get his confidence back up, because a lot of people say Ligue 1 is a farmers league. It's an easier place to play. It is. And he could go there, score a lot of goals, rack up a lot of assists, and get his confidence back. For real. And the last player on the list is the biggest superstar of them all, Neymar Jr. of PSG, formerly of Barcelona. Wow. He is rumored to be on his way back to Spain. Would he be going back to Barcelona, or will he move to Real Madrid? He's linked to both of these La Liga giants. He's been linked to Real Madrid for quite a while. He has, right? But after his 222 million euro move to PSG, Neymar's career seems like it's spiraling out of control. Maybe he needs to go back to Spain for real. Where will he end up? Will he stay, or will he go? Since moving to PSG, Neymar Jr. has made 58 appearances in all competitions, scoring 51 goals and racking up 29 assists. In the 2018-19 season, in 28 appearances, he has scored 23 goals and provided 13 assists as well. So his numbers are very good. But it's not his numbers that worry me at PSG, it's his reputation. He has been injured as well quite a few times. He has been banned. He has got the Brazil captaincy stripped from him. He has now been accused of rape as well. PSG has not been a great place for Neymar. It has not. On the field, yes, he has been brilliant, but his off-field antics needs to stop. They need to stop. And maybe one way of stopping these off-field antics is to leave Paris. Is to leave Paris. Was he like this at Barcelona? Was he? I don't think so. I really don't think so. He wasn't in the news for all these things while he was at Barcelona at all. Him and Messi linked up brilliantly while he was at Barcelona. But he followed the money. He followed the money. And I really don't know why he went to PSG. Should have stayed at Barcelona. I know it's exciting to see players move to different clubs, but Neymar should have stayed at Barcelona. Will he stay at PSG for another season, or will he go back to Spain, to Real Madrid, or to Barcelona? Well, let's start with the Real Madrid rumor. I don't think that's happening. That ain't happening. If Real Madrid is linked to Eden Hazard, they want Hazard, who would cost them around 120 million euros or so. They won't be able to afford a Neymar, who would cost them over 200 million. And not that Real Madrid don't have that type of money, but you have to keep financial fair play in mind. They would need to sell quite a few of their players to afford a Neymar, a Hazard, and now a Luka Jovic. Just think about that. So Neymar to Real Madrid, I don't see that happening. Going back to Barcelona, I do see that happening though. Barcelona wants to sweeten the deal by offering Ousmane Dembele and cash. Remember, Ousmane Dembele was worth over 100 million euros as well. Philippe Coutinho is also rumored to be part of that deal. Philippe Coutinho plus cash. He was over 100 million euros. So that's a way Barcelona could afford to bring Neymar back. And I think that might be the only way, because that's a lot of money. And if you spend that amount of money to bring Neymar back, that might be the only signing of the summer that you could afford, along with the Frenkie de Jong signing. They also linked to Matthijs de Ligt and a few other players. So they will have to spend a lot of money to bring Neymar back. So right now, it doesn't seem likely that he will move. But with all the drama that's going on with Neymar right now, I recommend that he moves. But to be honest, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I see him playing for PSG for yet another season. They need him if they are to try to win the Champions League. So with that deal not happening, what will happen to Philippe Coutinho? Maybe he will stay at Barcelona for another season, or who knows, go to Chelsea. He's also been linked to Chelsea, but they have a chance for a ban, so I don't even need to talk about that. But where will Philippe Coutinho end up if Neymar does not go back to Barcelona? Guys, let me know in the comment section down below. So that brings you to an end of episode 4 of Summer Transfers, where I spoke about Luka Jović, Nicolas Pepe, Philippe Coutinho, and Neymar Jr. Let me know which players you think I should discuss in the next episode. I will just take up some of your recommendations if they are good. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, and in the comment section down below, let me know if you think Luka Jović will be a success at Real Madrid. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm your boy Dominic Rich, and until next time, peace out. Rich Squad!